tell us about how you got involved in this production in the Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. How that came about. Give us some of the backstory, your journey about that.
Yeah, it all came fairly quickly, if I'm being like super honest. Normally in auditions, you do an audition, then you do another one, the next one, the next one. But for this one, I got an audition. It came in the email, and it was a self tape. And so I read the whole you dig, and it said Denzel Washington's attached, Viola Davis is attached, Chadwick Boseman's attached, and Todd Black is attached. And I was like, whoa, what is this? And I read a little more, and it's August Wilson. You're gonna be doing Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. You're gonna be playing Sylvester, and obviously that piqued my interest. And then I read that I had a stutter, that I had to have a stutter in the film. And I started doing research on that and trying to figure out how to get it down to a T. There was this little Australian kid who has a stutter, and I was just watching him speak and kind of mimicking him. And I did the audition, did the tape, and I don't know. I think it was like 2 weeks later, I got an email saying that I got the part. I don't remember how I reacted. There was like a time period where after the audition and then getting to Pittsburgh, that was kind of like a blank space, because I think there was so much excitement and going in and being ready to work. But it was fairly quick, and I had a lot of fun while I was there. The project working on it was just like it was I don't know. It was almost like it was like a dream. It was a dream. Definitely, it was a dream. Yeah. But
And you
that's how
talked,
part of it. Yeah.
yeah, and you talked about learning the stuttering part. Was that really challenging for you, or did that cause some?
It surprisingly was not hard for me. I mean, there was a part where after we had wrapped up, because normally in between takes, I'm always talking and asking people questions and stuff like that. Like on the set, my nickname was the philosopher, because I was always, I don't know, talking and coming up with stuff. But people say that I'm articulate, I guess, and so having a character with a stutter or a speech impediment, you would think that, or I would think that it would be hard, but it was fairly easy. Just as I'm talking, think about a brick wall is standing in front of me, and as I'm talking, you just run into that wall and you just stutter. I don't know. That's the best way I can describe how I envisioned it and how it came to be. It wasn't too hard for me. No.
Okay, and it was such a like amazing cast in this. So tell us your experience in working with the cast and some of the things that you learned from them.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I learned was, and this is something that I actually talk about a lot, is taking my time, and smelling the roses around me and enjoying the moment. There was a time where I was doing this big, yeah, this scene where my character has to introduce a song. Ma decides it's a good idea to have me introduce her song to make me get over my stutter.
Yeah.
So I'm standing at the microphone, and I'm going again and again and again, and I'm running up the takes basically, and I start to feel like, oh well, I start to actually get in my head about it, and I start to, I guess, I start to get in my nerves, and Chad, he pulls me aside and he's like, look man, you got to take your time. We're here for you. You're here for a reason. Enjoy the moment and take your time in the scene. And that was helpful for me in the scene, but also in life, because in high school I was making a lot of short films, and I was in voiceover, and I was doing a bunch of stuff, but I was never necessarily stopping and looking around. It was always go 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 go, and so that helped on so many levels, not just as an actor, but as a person in general. And yeah, that's one of the biggest things that I learned.
Okay, you mentioned about Chadwick Boseman kind of taking you to the side and telling you some things, and we know that that was his last role, and I'm sure you asked about him like a million times. But did the tragedy even make this even more of a special like moment for you, a special role for you, or even being in this film?
Uh, I, that's a hard question, because I don't want to say that that made it special. If anything, it made it hard
Mm-hmm.
to watch this amazing actor, which again, well, he's far beyond amazing. To watch this, the best way I can describe him is entity perform in such a way is hard, because I know that I won't see anything like this ever again.
Mm.
And so I don't want to say it's special. It's just hard. Yeah.
Okay, and you worked. It seemed you worked pretty closely with Viola Davis. So how was
Yeah.
how was that experience? And did you guys really? I mean, she was in the film. She was like very protective of you and whatever. So did you guys develop a special bond while even going through those parts?
Yeah, there was a 2-week rehearsal period. So I got to meet everybody, and I got to meet her and talk to her and have conversations with her, and it was a lot of fun working with her. She's very funny. My brother also worked with her a few years ago on a movie called, was it Steel Town or Won't Back Down? Because they changed it from Steel Town to Won't Back Down in 2012. So I have met her before, but this time I was working with her, and yeah, no, it was almost like it was literally like she was my auntie, not even like kind of like she was basically my auntie for 2 months. It was hilarious. Yeah.
Okay, and can you, like, what do you look for when you're like taking on roles or looking for new projects? Like, what piques your interest or different? Like, what are these? Is there certain things you look as like with this role was the challenging part with the stuttering? Are there certain things that really you really look for?
Uh, the things that I look for, honestly, when I'm auditioning for something or something like that, I look for characters with depth, characters with complexities or dimensions. I try to stay away from, or I would like to stay away from two-dimensional characters that just have one thing about them or one thing about them, or just characters that actually have an internal or external struggle. That's what I look for, because those make the best characters. Those make because they're the most real. No person has one struggle.
Yeah.
Everybody has multiple. Everybody has multiple things that are pulling and tugging and shifting around inside of them. So that's what I like to portray.
Right, and has there been any challenges with kind of the current climate we're in now, as far as like, with certain, filming schedules or show, some shows are like halting productions or whatever. So has that been a challenge for you? And any advice for someone who might be like, who wants to kind of get into the industry now, but it's just a kind of a different world that we're in now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it has been a struggle, because working on set is nearly impossible, and they're not making as many things, so there's not as many auditions rolling in. And the advice that I would give to somebody that wants to be in the industry, actor or filmmaker? Oh yeah, that's a good question. Are you talking about an actor or a filmmaker? Because I can do both.
Um, Both is. I mean, if you could go take both, that would be good.
As a filmmaker, I would say make stuff. This is the best time to make stuff, because people need stories. People want more. People want our stories. So write. That's the best advice I can give you is write. Even if you can't think of anything, even if you're just writing gibberish on the page, write something, anything, because it's going to turn into something. And it's going to be a story that either you enjoy or the world would enjoy. So write something. That's the advice that I would give to a filmmaker. And to an actor, the advice I would give is watch your surroundings. Watch how people act in this time period. Call your friends, check up on them, and I wouldn't say monitor them, but look at their tendencies. That's what I would say, because now is the time where people are acting like themselves because they're all in their house. And as an actor, you're going to be portraying humans. So why not look at the humans that are all around you? And I would also say read, because reading is helpful in any form or fashion, especially as an actor. Read.
Okay, and are there any like films that like inspired you to, like, to get into acting, or is there anything that you look at and you could be like, oh, I thought that was like a great performance, and it really kind of made me really want to take my skill set to another level?
Yes. Almost basically any film with Denzel Washington in it.
Okay.
And then and then Donald Glover as well. That guy is just on another plane. And then I want to also say Kelvin Harrison Jr. I watched him in a film called Loose. That was really, really good. His performance was like amazing, and I was like, whoa, 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 whoa! You can do this with acting? Whoa, 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 whoa! What's going on here? And then he did it again in a film called Waves. So if I'm those three people have inspired me to, I guess, keep moving and pushing forward in my journey with acting.
Okay, and last question I have, can you just tell us about any new projects or any other things that you're working on that we can look forward to?
Yes, I'm in talks for a lead role in a feature film, which is exciting. And then I just finished writing my first feature film that I'm going to be making a website for and looking for funding. So yeah, those are the two things that are going to be coming out soon from your boy here.
Oh, definitely. Will definitely let us know how those things going, and as you know, once they come out, pass it on to us and make sure to, promote it, or maybe do another interview with you. But
Absolutely.
I definitely thank you for taking the time to do this. And I definitely appreciate it.
No, man, thank you. I like your background too.
Oh, thank you.
That's cool.
Thank you. All right.